What's up, Facebook? What's up, Instagram? So today is day 1 of our 90-day run. What is a 90-day run, you may ask? And yes, I'm taking off my makeup because I slept in it, which is big no-no, but it is what it is. I just used the micellar water. What is a 90-day run, you might be wondering? 90-day run is something that I am doing for the next 90 days, which means I'm going to be popping in live with you guys for 90 days and posting all the reels and all the goodness. And wow, my eyebrows looking a little rough. Posting all the reels, all the goodness. There will be a podcast uploaded every single day for 90 days, guys. Every day for 90 days. There will be posts made. It's just 90 days of you seeing my face more often. That's what's fixing to happen. But yes, like a bad girl, I slept in my makeup. And, I'm not supposed to do that, but I did that anyway. So I'm currently taking off the makeup since I slept in it, which is horrible for my skin, especially with the fact that I have rosacea. But what are you going to do when you sit down on the couch and you just fall asleep and you're dead to the world for 8 hours before you do your skincare? It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, let's see. I cannot see comments on Facebook. Okay, so if you're hopping on live, drop me a comment and say hey. Say what's up. Let me know you can hear me, see me. All the things. Hey, don't be so loud. Okay, so now that we did that, we're going on with skincare. This is Immortelle. It is our anti-aging blend from doTERRA, and this is a blend that I made myself, and it has Yarrow Palm, frankincense, tea tree, lavender, blue tansy in it. So if you're on, let me know you can hear me, see me, all the things. I just take it, put it in my hands, and then rub it on my face like there's no tomorrow. And it smells so good too. It smells really good. So I have a funny story to tell you guys. I have a reel that I posted on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok because we all know that I just post my content on every platform, right? And I duetted a girl that was making a Harry Potter joke. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a Harry Potter nerd. I love Harry Potter. Harry Potter and Friends are the 2 TV shows that I will literally just go ham on. I love Harry Potter, right? So if there's ever a day where I am just not feeling it and I just need to chill and recharge, I will turn on Friends or Harry Potter and just binge. Just binge, right? So I did this duet. Hey Debbie, hey Lauren. I did this duet. I'm currently telling you a story while I let my face oil soak in. Anyways, I did this duet with a girl, and she had her hair slicked back in a ponytail, right? And she was saying, I don't understand why girls look so sexy with their hair slicked back in a ponytail, and I look like Draco Malfoy. And then she said one of the lines from the movie. Well, I went to bed last night, and when I went to bed last night, it had like 5,000 views or whatever. I get up this morning, and I had notifications, so it had bumped up a little bit. In 26 minutes, it's over 7K views. And I just thought that was crazy how quick. And obviously, it's just me reacting to what she said. And so I'm just laughing. But I thought it was absolutely crazy to see people just share things and it reach that many people that fast. I think my highest viewed TikTok or reel has right at almost 10,000 views on it. If you are hopping in, let me know you can see me and hear me. Okay, so yesterday when I did my Get Ready With Me, I had my Milani Foundation. Well, I have scraped all I could scrape out of this. I might have to go and get some more today. But this is my backup. It's just the Neutrogena Micro Clear. And I hate this because you have to beat it on the beauty blender before you can ever put it on your face. Can't stand that. But I thought it was really funny when I woke up and all this morning, like while I was making my coffee, all this morning, my phone just popping off with notifications. I was like, good Lord. Good Lord. And also, my son, he's 4, for those of you who don't know. My son's 4, and he is a big AC/DC fan. He loves AC/DC. Every morning, we play Back in Black and Shoot to Thrill on the way to school. Well, he has officially entered the world of Skillet. Thanks to a YouTube video with Spider-Man on it, and in the background Skillet was playing. Well, I'm a musical person, so my son listens to all genres. He loves Al Green. I love Al Green. Etta James, he will straight up vibe, right? Well, he hears it and he's like, Mom, who is this artist? And I'm like, baby, that's Skillet. And he goes, Skillet? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, I like it. And I'm like, okay. So he keeps replaying the same video. And it's the song Monster by Skillet. And it is sending me to like flashback city. Because I remember going to Winter Jam with our church and stuff and Skillet being there. And completely rocking out. And the thing I love about Skillet is it's clean. So he can, even though he's 4, he can listen to it. And I know it's clean music. It's not gonna, you know, drop F-bombs or talk about private parts in it, you know. But I just thought it was funny. And I do have another story about Skillet. So there was one year we went to Winter Jam, right? Skillet's performing. I'm right behind the flamethrowers. I swear to God, I thought that my eyebrows were going to be burned off, you know? Well, there was this guy, like a couple rows down. You know how when you're in like an auditorium, you've got the places where you walk out and they have the rails and then you separate and go down to your seats or whatever. He's standing right there and he's straight up like headbanging, okay? And I'm like, go for it, dude. Have fun. Live your life. YOLO. Let's vibe. Well, I kid you not. This man headbanged so hard that he hit his head on the pole. And I start laughing. Because I was anticipating it. Like, my mom was next to me. And my sister was next to me. I have a hair stuck to my nose. There it is. Okay. My sister was next to me, and we're sitting there, and we're like, do it. Just do it. We know you're going to hit your head. Just go ahead and get it over with. And I'm going in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect. He hits his head. And I died. When I tell you I died, I died. Like, R.I.P. deceased. Okay? And he comes back up and he like staggers back a little bit. And you could tell he was kind of disoriented because he hit his head that hard. And I am laughing so hard. And literally 30 seconds later, he goes back to slinging his hair and everything. And I'm like, listen, I'm trying to bounce back like you, my guy. Like, you could tell ain't not gonna take you down. And yes, I do. I slather on the concealer like there's no freaking tomorrow. I never claimed to be a professional makeup artist. That's my sister, not me. I'm just a mom. And I am a tired mom. So we conceal everything. Like, it all gets concealed. So what's been up with you guys? Tell me. Drop in the comments. Drop in the comments something you're super excited about that's going on in your life right now. Because I want to know so I can hype you up. For me, today is day 1 of our 90-day run. So if you weren't on when I was explaining that, for the next 90 days, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me every single day. I will be dropping a new podcast every single day. All the reels, all the posts, and it's not all going to be oil related. It's going to be a mix of oils and business and motivation and all the things. So it's going to be crazy. I love concealer. I feel like concealer can just conceal all your pain away at this point. And yes, normally on Mondays, for those of you who are like avid followers of mine, hey Aunt Donna, on Mondays usually I do not have him, my son, because he's usually at school. We are erasing the 6 heads that I have right now and the double chin, taking it all away, and the nose. You could literally land an airplane on my forehead and you could just down a jet right down the center of my nose. So we're just gonna hide that. But today is President's Day. Happy President's Day. Go in there and play. And so school is closed today. So my little guy is here with me. He is here with me. Here with me. I am sorry if you can hear my earring hitting my headphone. Does anybody on here have iPod Pros? Because if you do, I need you to let me know. Because I have a question. Okay. My husband got me these iPad Pros, right? And for the past like 2 or 3 days, no, I'll take that back. Probably like the past weekish, they have been giving me problems. I don't have time for problems. I'm in a phase of my life where, no ma'am, Sergeant Pam, we don't have time for that crap. And I have been like listening to trainings and like trying to listen to YouTube videos and all the things, talk on the phone, have important conversations, and then all of a sudden my AirPods they'll just stop. Like it'll go silent as if somebody muted themselves, and then I'll have to put them back in the case and switch to my speaker on the actual device. And like when I've been talking on the phone and that happens, I was on the phone with my husband last night. He was like, I didn't hear you for like 60 seconds. So if you have iPod Pros, can you let me know if yours are doing that? Because those things are expensive and I'm not trying to buy new ones when I haven't even had these for 3 months. Erase the double chin. Erase it. You know what that reminds me of? Okay, has anybody else been like dead to the world asleep, right? Dead to the world asleep. Hey Leia. And all of a sudden you wake up and there's like nothing but infomercials playing, right? When I just said erase the double chin, for some reason it reminded me of that infomercial crepe erase. Like the old people on it. Crepe erase. They ain't nothing like a infomercial sleep though. I'll tell you that right now. I don't get those no more. Not with the 4-year-old. When you have a 4-year-old, shoot, when you have a baby, period, you don't get the same kind of sleep. Ooh. Okay, double chin gone. Landing strip for a jet gone. Landing strip for a freaking massive commercial flight airplane made smaller. And now we are baptizing in powder. So this is a powder that I use. I get it at Walmart. It's cheap. But I love it. And I will tell you the trick to this powder. I just sit here and I straight up like pound it on, and then I touch my face. If it's sticky, I add more. If it's not, then I move on to the next step.
Episode 93.
Episode 33. What? This is episode 2. This is my second hot mess mama get ready with me.
No, we're not saying that.
Oh, okay. He doesn't like when I call myself a hot mess mama. He gets on me.
Mama booty fart.
His new favorite word is booty fart.
Adore.
Like, can anybody relate? For real. Everything lately has been fart and booty. And like, he'll run up to me and he'll fart on me and then laugh. And like, if I tell him I love you, he'll be like, I love you, booty fart. What? What even? What even? Oh, so continuing the saga on Chris Stapleton following me. The amount of fake Chris Stapleton accounts that I have had ever since I thought that the first one was actually Chris. Ridiculous. They're still coming in, guys. They're still coming in. I do one Chris Stapleton cover, and all of a sudden, I've got like 30 fake accounts following my TikTok that all have Chris Stapleton's picture on them. I had one dude message me under a Chris Stapleton account. I just lost my Bluetooth blender. I had one guy message me under a fake Chris Stapleton account, and y'all, you could tell it definitely wasn't him, because in his message he was like, he said, I'm so glad that you're a fan. Which one of my musics do you like? And I was like, I said, a little suspicious. Hey, Paula, baby. I was like, that's a little suspicious. Which one of my musics do you like? No, definitely not Chris Stapleton. Plus, there wasn't a blue check, so. But I am on Chris Stapleton's tag page, so that's cool. But that saga has continued. Okay, now, per usual, Paula. Did you catch my story about that? If not, I'm just going to go ahead and paraphrase it, because half the people on Facebook didn't catch it either. I posted a cover on my TikTok of a Chris Stapleton song. And all of a sudden, like, I had logged off to post the same cover on the other social platforms. And yes, I always have my cup in my hand. It's always coffee. And I always also have a water bottle tumbler. But I choose coffee over water any day. But, so what happened is, by the way, this is Kylie Tequila Tan. I logged off of my TikTok to go and post it on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. And I get back on and I see Chris Stapleton's picture and the word following you on there, and I almost peed my pants. Like, I text my mom and dad and I'm like, oh my god, I almost just pissed my pants. Like, what the heck? And then I realized it was a fake account. And I got sad a little bit. Like, I get that I'm not no avid, amazing, like, I am not the best singer out there. I just sing because I like to. But I had a fangirl moment. I was like, okay. Well, then I made another TikTok about it. And I was saying, you know, I almost just had a heart attack. I almost died in my kitchen. You know, I thought this was real. All of a sudden, all these Chris Stapleton accounts started following me, messaging me. And I kid you not, it's still happening. Like, when I got up this morning and logged on to check notifications, there were more there. And yes, I bronze just as much as I contour because I have a 6 head up here that you could land a commercial airplane on, and I have this situation in the center of my face you could land a jet on. And so I contour it all, and the double chin, to get it to go away. You know, we're trying here. But yeah. And then the reel that I posted, you're still in Chris's family. Apparently so. Like, Chris can message me. Message me, my guy. Like, I would love to do a duet with you. Like, even if it's just on the phone and nobody hears it but us. We could have our moment. Like, come on. Hey, Holly. We could have our moment. I'd be down with that. Come on. I actually went and saw him at the wharf a couple years ago with an ex-boyfriend. That was a situation. But it was the best live concert that I've ever been to, because it was literally, you are amazing. Love you, Aunt Donna. It was the best live concert that I'd ever been to, because one, Chris's wife, homegirl, got freaking pipes, okay? She can sing, and I feel like she don't get enough credit for that, because she can blow, okay? And but I went to his live concert, and it wasn't all elaborate. It was him, his band, a couple lights on the stage, and that was it. But you never would have noticed the difference, because the quality of his performance was chef's kiss. Like, it was top freaking par. It was amazing. Amazing. Love that. Okay. I can't tell you the color of this blush because I take all my makeup and throw it in a Ziploc bag and run out the door and do it while I'm driving. Don't do that. I'm not suggesting that. Just saying that's what I do. And so I'm going to go do my makeup. Do it with me. You can do yours and then I can do mine and we can have fun. But this is just an e.l.f. blush. It looks like that. I'm going to hold it up in hopes you can tell. My sister got it for me. My sister's the real MVP with makeup. I just, like, she would get on to me if she were here for me using the same bronzer brush as my blush brush. And she would also kill me if she knew that I didn't use all of the eyeshadow brushes that she got me. I literally use one brush for all the different shades of eyeshadow that I do. I mean, what can I say? That's just what I do. That is what I do. Okay. Now, we have to wipe our hands. We're not yelling. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. Do we need to say our phrase? No? Okay. So, you do? You want to say your phrase? Okay, let's say it. What do we say? I control my mouth. I control my body. I control my actions. I control my behavior. Okay, thank you. So, we're doing this thing.
I control my mouth and my booty.
Good job. We're doing this thing. My son was going through this phase where, please don't throw, okay? Where he just wanted to, like, lash out. Like, he wanted to yell, throw things at me, kick me, scream at me. And I was not here for it. Like, I just did not want to, like, I didn't want to spank him because obviously he had something going on, you know? And my son knows. I've been very open with my son. And I talk to him just like I would any of you. Like, he's an adult, you know? Because the thing is I want him to grow up and feel like he can come and he can tell me anything. And so during this phase he was going through, I kind of didn't know what to do. I mean, hey, let's not yell, okay, baby? I didn't know what to do because there's not a how-to book that comes the day your kid's born. Like, there's just not. You're literally, when you have a kid, you are flying by the seat of your pants, and your only goal is to make sure they're fed, make sure they're clean, and just try to make them happy. You know? And so when he started having this whole situation, I'm part of a mom's group, and I have my own mom's group in case anyone wants to know. It's called Eden's Refuge, and you can text me about that, and I would gladly add you in it. But hang on. When he was going through this whole situation, I just wanted to figure out a way to help him instead of just spanking him and not honoring and having a respect for his feelings, even though he's 4. And all I'm doing is putting the white shade from this Morphe palette I showed you yesterday all over my eyes. So in the mom's group, there was a discussion about spanking. And the question was, how do you get your kids to regulate their emotions without spanking them when they're throwing a fit? And there were a ton of different comments. And there was one comment that I resonated with. And the mama said that, I've got my James Charles palette. She said that she talks to them, which I do that with my kid. And so I sat him down. And I was like, hey, listen, babe, you know, what's going on? Why are you feeling these big emotions? What can we do to help you right now? Because mommy doesn't want to spank you every time you feel these big emotions. So what can we do to make this better? And he said, I don't know. And so then I just had this idea. I was like, okay, well, what if there is a phrase that you and mommy both say whenever we both feel big emotions and overwhelmed, and we want to let each other know that, but we're afraid to say it? And he was like, okay. So that's when I came up with the phrase, because it literally represented everything he was doing. So instead of saying, hey, you need to quit yelling at me, I told him we could say, I control my mouth. Whenever he was throwing things, we could say, I control my body. Whenever he's just lashing out, you know, I control my actions, I control my behavior. And that created a safe space for him to realize, hey, you know, I'm having a really massive emotion right now. And because I'm 4, I don't know how to execute that with words for you, but I can say this so you're aware that I'm struggling. And it has helped so much. Oh my God. And so, like yesterday, I got aggravated. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's like a taupey brown, and I'm going to do it in my crease. The other day, I got aggravated, and it wasn't with him. I was aggravated. I think it was because it was something on my iPad was messing up, and I was trying to do work. And I said it. I said, I control my mouth. I control my actions, my behavior, my body. And he come over, and, hey, Miss Sharon. He come over to me, and he's like, Mommy, are you frustrated? And I said, yeah, I am. And he said, let's say our phrase. And so we said it together. And he goes, you feel better now. I was like, yeah, I feel better now. So it's something that we are both implementing. We're both saying the phrase. And it has helped a lot. Something so small has helped so big. Gray, come back in here for me. Okay. For those of you who wonder why I just called my son Gray, that's his middle name. Hardison Gray. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with that orange shade. So here's what's funny. The eyeshadows that you see that are like almost gone on this palette, they're not almost gone. I've had this palette since it came out. It was a Christmas present, I think, from my sister because she's all into makeup. And my son was a lot younger, and he proceeded to gouge out the colors while I was trying to take a shower. Because anytime I got in the shower when he was younger, I would take him in there with me and like give him toys to play with and stuff like that. That way I knew he was with me and he was safe, but he was occupied. Well, I thought he was occupied that day. No, he was occupied gouging out my eyeshadow. It's really, really funny. Whoa! Okay, now I'm gonna go in with, hey Sarah, babe. Now I'm gonna go in with, no. Sorry, Facebook. My phone thought that I said S-I-R-I when I said Sarah. So, sorry. We're gonna go in with the darker one next to it in case, this one, okay? And I'm gonna take that and just put it on the outside. My sister is the real MVP with makeup. I just do stuff. And no, I'm not going anywhere today. But I made a commitment to come live every day and chit chat with all my people and get ready for the day. Plus, when you get ready, you feel better, right? It's just how it works. And I'm also going to take that shade that I just picked up and put it on my eyelids. I don't like right on my eyelids to be like, I don't like them to be light. I'm going to drag it down here too. I don't know why, I've just always been that way. Okay, done with that. I will teach you a trick though that my sister taught me. If you're super tired and you want to brighten up your eyes, hey, mommy's busy, go back in there please. You want to brighten up your eyes, take your highlighter and put it on your pinky. See it? Okay? And just put it in your corner. Okay, do we see how that like brightened up that whole eye? Brighten the whole thing up. Just easy trick. Now, doing the opposite one is hard for me because I can't use my left hand. I'm right hand dominant. And so even when I try and use my left hand for stuff, it's just an epic fail. So I just avoid it altogether. There we go. Verse of the day. I'm the vine, you are the branches. If you stay joined to me, I will stay joined to you. Then you will produce lots of fruit, but you cannot do anything without me. John 15:5. That's cool. Swag cuts. What's up, baby? For those of you who don't know, I'm a barber. I'm a barber by day. I'm a serial entrepreneur by night. And so I have a lot of real OG friends from the barber community. And here's what's funny. I almost just died. I almost just poked my eyeball out, man. I'm just taking this black liner and putting it on my upper lash line. So, a lot of you that haven't followed my my life, or that aren't in my personal circle, might not know that. I had a full ride to nursing school, and I found out 2 days before I was supposed to start nursing school that I was pregnant with my son. Even though there had been plenty of measures in place. And so I had to make that decision. Do I want to go to nursing school? Or do I want to be able to set my hours and be there for my son regardless, you know? And I made the decision to be a barber. Like that. My parents were actually in barber school. And I just made the decision. I'm like, you know what? If I'm a barber, I can set my own hours. I'll always have something to fall back on. If I decide to do nursing, I can do that later. If I don't want to do it, then I don't ever have to worry about it again. And so the next day, my dad actually did it for me. He called the nursing school and told them that I would not be coming in. And I started barber school that next day. I went through barber school pregnant the entire time. The entire time I was pregnant, to the point I had ate popcorn and it did not agree with my son. And is this out? I don't have any eyebrow pencil left. Stupid. Okay, that's fine. We'll just improv. I did not, or I was pregnant with my son the whole time, and I actually got sick in the middle of barber school one day because I had ate popcorn and my son did not like it. And so in the middle of a skin fade, I had to run to the bathroom, got sick, washed my mouth out, went back out, kept cutting. I graduated barber school 9 months pregnant and had my son 2 weeks to the day after I graduated and took my test. And my labor story is actually really funny. So at the time, I was driving from Bratt, Florida, which is close to Atmore, all the way to Pensacola to go to school every day. And just me and my son, because he was in my belly, just driving every day.
Yeah, and party there.
Get in there with that word. You drive me nuts. And so I would get up, I would go to barber school, I would stand on my feet all day. Y'all, when I said I had cankles, I had freaking cankles by the end of barber school because everybody thought I was carrying twins because my son was just, and my feet hurt so bad. So on the day that I had him, hey Jay Asher, on the day that I had my son, I woke up and I thought that I needed to go to the bathroom because I had had a bunch of Mexican food the night before. And so I go to the bathroom and I'm sitting there and nothing's happening. And I'm like, what is this? About 6 contractions in, I realize that it's contractions and I'm in labor. So I call, or I didn't call. I actually went and got on my little bouncy ball and started doing my hair. Full-blown labor. And at the time, I was still, like, my husband and I were still living with my parents because we were trying to, like, save up money for an apartment, and, like, we had gotten all the baby stuff and everything. So my husband's in Pensacola with his mom, and my parents go to their barbershop that we all owned at the time while I was still in school, and they go to work. And they're like, well, you know, the doctor said that you was going to be late, so just monitor it. If you feel like you need to go in, you know, you've got a car or whatever. I'm like, okay. My contractions were alternating between 3 and 5 minutes apart. And I'm like, might ought to go in, see the doctor, just get it checked out. So I drive myself in labor from Bratt, Florida to Sacred Heart, which is about 42 miles. Y'all want to talk about road rage? I was ready to play bumper cars with every MFer that got in my way. Okay? So I make it Sacred Heart. And I get there and I go into the triage unit and I'm like, ma'am, I'm going to have my baby. And because I was so young, I had my son at 19. She's like, okay, just sit down. We'll be with you in just a minute, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, baby, I don't think you understand. Like, I'm finna have my baby. And she's like, yeah, I understand. Just sit down, okay? And I'm like, okay. Okie dokie. And I sit down and fill out the paperwork. Sorry, Instagram, we lost you. Anyway, so I fill out my paperwork. They call me back there. And they're hooking up the baby monitors and everything. They're monitoring my contractions. She's like, wow, these things are like 3 to 5 minutes. And I'm like, I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So then they checked me, and I was 8 centimeters dilated. You have to be at a 10 to push, for those of you who don't know. So she's like, yes, ma'am, we are admitting you. And I'm like, thank you. So I called my parents and I called my husband. My husband was asleep. He wakes up my mother-in-law, and my parents closed the barber shop, and everybody's heading that way. And they get there, and I had my mom walk the hospital with me. I was like, sorry, Instagram. I had my mom walk the hospital with me, and she pushed my IV, and I just walked. I was like, I am not gonna be stagnant. Hey baby, go in there, I'm busy. I was like, I'm not fixing to be stagnant. Like, this baby coming out. He's coming out today. No. So we're walking. And mind you, at this point, I had not had an epidural. I had made the decision that I was not going to get an epidural, just because, one, I already have really bad back problems from whenever I was a cheerleader. And they say that it could cause back problems if not done correctly. And two, I don't like not being in control. I am a dominant individual, and I don't like not having control of my person. So we're walking. Well, they send me to the room so they could check me again. And I'm at 9 centimeters. And so I'm like, okay, great. My water still hadn't broke. And they're like, could you, we really need to just break your water. And I'm like, no, I want the full experience. Like, I want to feel like I peed on myself. I want the full experience of having a baby. Because this might be the only baby I have. I don't know if I want more. I don't know if my husband wants more. Like, I want the full experience, okay? 5-star hotel, let's go. So, they're like, well, why don't you just sit here for a little bit before you get back up, and let's just see how far you're progressing while you just sit in bed. And I'm like, fine. I wanted to move. When I'm in pain, there is no stopping me, baby, because I will keep moving. So, I'm doing my makeup at 9 centimeters dilated. And she comes back a little bit later. She checks me. I was at a 10. And my water still hadn't broke. And so she proceeds to tell me that I had to break my water because it was to the point where he was on the verge of crowning in the water sack, or whatever you call that. So they break my water. It was like 34 minutes later, I think. I pushed him out. And my little Hardison was born. And my husband, that is the first time that I had actually seen him, I don't know, like, see him in that state. Like, he was crying, but there was just such a pride on his face. He was so proud, and it made me happy. And then, of course, I think my mom was PO'd. She was pissed because my dad got to hold him first because he's the one that made it to the room first. So my dad held him, then my mom held him, and then my mother-in-law got to hold him. And then we had visitors and stuff, but when people asked me about my birth story and they found out that I drove myself to the hospital and got there 8 centimeters dilated, they look at me like I'm crazy every time. Every time. It's funny. It's real funny. Okay, so I'm going in with my lippies now. This is my favorite lipstick ever. My sister is a key holder at Ulta. She works there, and so she gets me, she's the one that turned me on to the Kylie Lip Kits. They literally, you don't even feel like you have anything on your lips, which drives me nuts. And yes, I'm going to get this dot off, but I'm going to show you a trick with that in a minute. We're just going to let it marinate right there for now. So she gets me these lip kits, and this one is Candy K. That is my favorite shade. And it literally lasts all day. Like, I'll be going ham on, like, tacos, or, like, I'll eat a burger and wrap it in lettuce or whatever, because I'm keto. And it don't move. It does not come off. All the coffee I've been drinking, it don't come off for nothing. Go in there. You want to say hello to the camera? Say hello, people.
Hello, people.
Instagram, you can't see him. He's over here on Facebook. You go watch your show? Mommy's almost done. I'm going to do my lips, and then I'll be all done. Okay? So, my favorite trick, I don't know why my nose is running right now. My favorite trick for a lip liner that my sister taught me, if you want to maximize your lips without, like, overlining and looking like the lady off of Legally Blonde. You know, I'm taking the dog. Her. I don't even know her name, but that's how I know that lady, by that line. The white around your lips, that's where you want to line, because it'll make your lips look full without looking like you completely overdid it.
Good. I made it.
Okay, bottom's done. Now we're doing the top. I'm going to say this right now. I want me some lip filler so bad. And hey Mary, and I know I don't need it. I get told every day that I don't need it and my lips are big enough, but daggone, it's going to happen one day. It's going to happen.
Huh? You say something?
Why'd you stop playing?
I got tired. How do you know my name?
I'm the first doll that can talk to him.
I forgot to mention that this is a get ready with me and Q&A. So if anybody has questions about anything, life, business, products I'm using,
Here, make sure
oils, does not matter the topic, you're free to ask, and I will gladly answer. Okay, so now I'm going in with the liquid lip. It's in the same shade, Candy K. And you're literally going to cover your whole lip. Even the lip liner you just put down, you're going to cover that too. Okay? And a little goes a long way. This tube, I just had to buy more. This whole tube lasts me like 6 months. Hey, Veronica. Hey, baby.
Oh yeah? What if I don't?
And something bad might happen.
Oh no! Oh, I can't see y'all. I'm so scared.
Oh my God. Y'all saw that? Y'all saw me drop that. I want to know, what's y'all's go-to lip color? Like, y'all don't have to say like the specific name, but like what color do y'all go to when y'all want to feel like that bad bleep? Bad bee.
bed.
Drop it in the comments. Let me know.
Oh, I don't know, Rambo.
Like when y'all trying to be Megan the Stallion, you know, have that boss energy. What color do y'all go for?
Play Poppy Playtime. Wherever you go, I'm gonna follow you.
Go to the other screen now?
Let's play Poppy Playtime.
Because for me,
Yeah, I'm sure would be. But not. For 2 hours.
it's a mix. And I'm gonna show you. Where's my? Y'all thought I was playing, but this is my plastic bag I put my makeup in every day and run out the door with. I'm not kidding. Okay. So for me, when I want to have the boss vibes, I do an ombre. Now this is not a Kylie Cosmetics. This is actually not even the right color. Hold on a second. This is it. So this is actually an Anastasia Liquid Lip, and it is a red. It looks pink, but it is like a pinkish bricky red color. And what I will do is I will take this and I will put it in the corners, and then I'll go along the bottom where I put my liner, and then I'll do the corners on the top and go up on the top where I put my liner, and then I will take my Daily Driver right here, Candy K, and I'll put it on the places where I didn't put the red, and then I'll just like that, and it'll create an ombre effect. And that is what I do whenever I want to have the boss vibes. I'll put it on like that. And then I also have a Kylie Lip that is like that bright, like Taylor Swift red. I use that one sometimes, but not a lot. And fun trick, if you want a natural lip plumper, take your doTERRA peppermint oil and put a couple drops in your tube. It will set you on fire. In a good way. I'm picky about my lips, y'all. It takes me more time to do my lips than my whole face. Because that's what everybody always stares at. Like, whenever somebody meets me, and usually once they get to know me and everything, and they've known me for a while, they'll be like, that's the first thing I noticed was your lips. That's why I want lip filler. They're uneven. Like, we need to fix them. Since we're having a little bit of like a tea time here on this Get Ready of Me, with me, if you want to know a fun, weird fact about Mercedes, Sadie, Mo, whatever you want to call me, I've got a million different nicknames. I have 2 different ears. And somebody's gonna be like, we all have 2 different ears. No, baby. I got blessed with 2 entirely different sized ears. I have one ear that is identical to my mother's, and then one that is identical to my father's. And I will show you. Hold up. Let me take this out. I gotta move my lion's mane out of the way. Oh good God, this is like not a flattering angle here. Okay, but if you can tell, this one sticks out. Can you see Facebook? This one sticks out. This one goes back. And so like from this side, I look like my mom. This side, I look like Dobby off of Harry Potter. Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So I told you guys that I was going to show you the trick to get the mascara off without having to remove it with any makeup remover or anything. And so first thing you want to do, I have bad shaky hands because I'm hypoglycemic. So my blood sugar levels drop frequently. And so it causes my hands to shake. And so I usually get mascara like on my eyelids, like you can see a little there, and a lot of times like my hands will shake and it'll over direct itself, and I'll do this. So I take my eyebrow pencil, which is out of eyebrow stuff, but it still has a spoolie, and you take it and make sure there's no product on it. You don't want to have anything on this when you do this, or you're really going to screw yourself, okay? So I'm rubbing it in my little rag right here. You're going to take your spoolie brush, and you're literally just going to, I can't do this without a mirror apparently. You're just going to scrape it. And see how it's starting to come off?
I like the booty.
You're just going to scrape it. See, it's getting lighter. And this is going to scrape it off without you having to remove all that makeup and waste all the time you just spent on your face. Because let's be honest, if I'm not doing live get ready with me, then you just wipe it. See? You never know. And you can do the same for here, like for your, just be more gentle on your eyelids for real, because that's like thinner skin and you want to be gentle with that. But if I'm not doing get ready with me's, like I'm doing a get ready with me every day for the next 90 days so I can just hang out with you guys and y'all can get to know me. But this process of my makeup literally takes me like 9 minutes. I can do my makeup so quick behind the wheel. I'm not suggesting that though. That's dangerous. But that's what I do. Okay. We are done. We are done. Alright guys. That was it for today. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I'm going to pop in live again in a little bit, and I'm going to talk about your energy and how your energy equals your results and the results that you get in your life. Okay guys, I love you, and I will see you later. Bye.